Test, test. Test, test. Okie dokie. It's been a few days, but we're going to get back back to the D. So, I guess I'll just show where we are real quick. Move this out of the way a little bit. We've collected 5 members of the cast. And we're on book 2. And this is what we've done so far. I love putting this little shuttle on top of it for some reason. Anyway, this is what we got so far. You'll understand that this is large. We have the entire secondary hull, so the engineering hull with our nacelles and everything, and we are currently working on the saucer section, which is this guy, which detaches. So that's what we are doing and working on to fin it. So let's get to it. I'm like trying to figure out where the fuck do I put anything? All right. In this pile here, I've got 2 bags worth of stuff. I don't know sort of how long this is going to take, but I figure I should be able to finish it tonight without any issues. So yeah, let's get cracking. I was like really wanting to make sure that I finish this as soon as possible. So I'm like sitting here after work these last couple days, and I have all these Lego pieces on my table, and I'm like, I want to get rid of this, please. I have repair guys coming over to my place next Monday, and I need to start getting some of the stuff out of the way. And the last thing I need is a half-built Lego set on my living room table. Not that that's terrible, I just don't want it. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Work week has started, and I found out that they're moving my department for where our desk is located. Part of me is annoyed at having to move desks, but the other part of me is happy that I get to move away from people that are overly negative and cause drama. I'll take it as a positive, to be quite honest. Like, legitimately, they're already mad that they're not being moved, too. Ugh. And they think that it's favoritism and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, we're kind of moving away from that. Alright, hello. How's it going? I've told them like many times, it's like, I don't care. I just want to work and get my job done so I can go home and do stupid shit like build Lego. I don't care about your drama that you perceive as a slight against yourself. Alright. We're peace. Give angle. We are making the Enterprise D. This is the saucer section that we're working on. It is a mighty massive ship. I was showing it off a little earlier, but this is the engineering hull that we completed over the last couple streams. But yeah, we're basically, today is the day that we finish this set. That's the goal. I'm about halfway done with the saucer section, so that's the plan. finish the saucer, and right now I am having trouble locating a piece, but I just found it. Okay. I can continue with my life now. Alright, so looks like this goes here. Alright, hope you're doing well. Okay, this is a whole bunch of these 1x4 slopes. I'm excited. This set is like massive, and I really want to see it done. And the stupid part of me is like, well, I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to like put it in a bag and take it to my friend's house to show it off. I will say it is, even though it is a large set, it is significantly more portable in my mind than the Millennium Falcon, which is below below the table here. Like, I am legitimately afraid to move the Falcon because I feel like it's going to fall apart every time that I move it. It's just so fucking heavy. Okay, so now I have this. Again, this is just going here. Yeah, that works. That works. All right, stickers. Almost done with stickers, which is great. I want to not have to worry about stickers anymore. I've sent in a request to know if they are sending like replacement stickers for the error. I still haven't decided if I'm going to replace it or not. I kind of think I'm not. I kind of like the misprint. It'll all depend on how I think the reprint actually looks, comparatively speaking. Yeah, NCC 1701D. Nice little registration. And that goes this orientation. Like that. Oh, we're also adding some other pieces that I completely ignored. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is probably just filling in the gaps and putting on like the top layers, so I don't think that this is going to be too terribly difficult. Everything. Right, more plates. I should probably just separate it out by row, so I don't get myself confused. feel like I've got like a painter's palette. Hello, how's it going? I'm building the Enterprise D saucer section, which is a new Lego set that came out just this month. And I'm excited because today should be the day that I finish it. It is large. Do these two rows together. Mm-hmm. They could make a fidget toy that's just the sound of Lego. I would very much like that. How many steps till I finish? I am... a few pages. I'm on step 150, and I have to get to step... 422? Is that... wait, really? Yeah, I guess so. It seems like a lot, but I don't think that it's really going to be that crazy. I think a lot of it's just going to be pretty small stuff, just adding together. So we'll see. I'm not really too daunted by it. This has been a very nice and I would say easy build so far. Oh, interesting. Well, it really does work like that. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I have faith in myself that I can get through this tonight. Okay, I need to just put this down for a little bit. It's a little unwieldy. I am very curious as to how they make this whole saucer section sort of come together. So I'm excited for these next couple bags. Because obviously like the whole like oval shape of it is like the important part. And I want to see how they make that happen. All right, so we're just mirroring that on this side then. Nope, I'm thinking about this incorrectly. I find it very interesting that they were able to get like this specific angle with these. I love it. Okay, and then we're finishing off the bottom. Let's see, it would help if it was in the same orientation. I still want to see how they do the lock. I'm kind of curious as to how well it will actually hold the saucer on. Oh. Previous step. Putting those two little angle pieces. One. Two. I think we're building the section around like the captain's yacht, right? And I believe that they've actually made it so that it's detachable, which is kind of cool. Let's see. If not detachable, it's just an interesting way to get it on here. Did they ever specifically show the captain's yacht on the Enterprise D? I don't feel like they did. Wait a second. That's not correct. Those are supposed to be much bigger. Oh, we're making Captain Picard. Oh, excuse me. It's all right. Excuse me. Apologies. Bald man himself. Unfortunately, because he has no hair, he only gets one face, whereas everyone else gets a double printing. Obviously, the problem with that would be because he's bald, there's nothing to cover up the secondary face, but we just get stock standard stern-looking Captain Picard, and it said, Captain Jean-Luc Picard always prefers his beverage to be tea, Earl Grey, hot. And so he comes with a cup of tea. And joins the rest of the cast. Center. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Okay. Then we are flipping over to the top side. and add in some plate work. Well, keeping that hollow is not a bad way to keep this fairly light, considering. Because I was really worried that this saucer was going to be incredibly heavy. Nice indeed. Wish I could do that nice, like that meme guy with the click of the tongue and the nice. Still facing this way, we have a long gray. That's going here. Okay, we are covering up the plaque now. The plaque that says to boldy go. You know, it'd be funny if it actually said baldy. Okay, then registration. It would be kind of nice if it was a little bit easier to get into where that plaque was to show it off, because it's kind of like a neat feature, I think. Yeah, solid. Now we're finishing up this angle work. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. Nice and blocked off there. I like it. And we're going to build out a little bit around the middle bay. As we're starting to actually get to like the upper decks. Hello. I really want to compare this to the fan home prize. Once I'm able to sort of pull that out, I will take a look. Cool. Just having fun, relaxing, building a Lego set. Gracias indeed. De nada. You gotta hide from me. Bitch. I'm too tired for this. Okay. Seriously though, where is Thieves? Reveal. I opened everything. Everything should be here. I'll leave it for right now. It's one of those pieces where it's likely that there could be a spare later on. So just leave it. Mm-hmm. Everything except for that piece. Okay. We are flipping again. Oh, no. No, we're not. Building the command deck. So glad I didn't push those down all the way. I'm not quite sure I understand. I was able to understand that one sentence, but not sure I'm catching on this one. Que favorezca transito de las personas que dejan de consumir alimentos que... I wish I understood more Spanish. Poquitos, poquito español, but that's about the limit. I think I would know more living in Arizona. If I had enough time, I could probably bueno, eso es un tranquilizante de la insuficiencia renal. I mean, it's not like I don't understand certain words, but as long as you're having a good time. As long as you're having a good time. I'm gonna have to ask my friend to teach me more Spanish. Take breaks from work and learn Spanish. Probably help me more than learning Japanese. Are you saying that your name is Jorge? El nombre tu Jorge? Terribly. All right, cover for the shuttle bay, revealing a small little shuttle inside. All right, I can dig it. So it says the oval shield marks the location of the captain's yacht, which was never used in the series. All right, final sticker. Thank God. All right, on the other side here, got a shield. Yep, last sticker. Ooh. That actually went on smoother than I thought. Okay. We are moving on to something else. The Type 15 shuttle pod hides the safety pin for the primary hull saucer section. Okay. Again, it's very interesting that this is this, just at a much smaller scale. Dun, 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 dun. All right. All right, so is it saying that I should attach. Alright, so we bring over the engineering deck, slide that into place, and then this goes in here. And locks that in place. Pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. Very interesting. Okay. Well, we kind of have to keep this close now. Cool. All right, next bag. Actually, no, I have too many things left over here. What am I missing? Okay, clearly it's this. I told myself I wouldn't skip steps anymore. Right. Bag 24. These bags are definitely getting more plate heavy. I'm actually kind of surprised that this is not like a duplicatable step. Wrong wing. Okay, flip. Flip. What's going on here? I know my stream didn't freeze, right? Yikes. Okay, so we look like this. Okay. And then apparently this goes like this. And then starting here, like that. Okay, but why are we still open underneath? Is my question. Surely the future will reveal. I, I am not yet enlightened enough to know. I am always kind of like suspicious about these types of clips for large pieces, but I guess I should stop being so because I've seen it being used so many times on sets recently that I have already it's already been proven that it works. I just don't trust it, I guess. Okay, so now I have this and this. Oh, I did not add this. Okay. And is this going in the next location? Yeah. Okay. So starting with top. We're not. Okay. That's 2 down. Let's keep going. I will get better at these as we go. I understand why it gets to like step 400 now. I understand why you cry, but it is something that I can really do. This is a character from a completely unrelated series. Yeah, I do kind of get the feeling that a lot of these could be duplicated, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it would be too difficult to do that and like have it be put together correctly. So again, I'm going to... Oh, we're actually just doing the opposite side. Okay. I'm going to start by adding the lower and clipping in the upper. Oh, I misbuilt that one over there. This holds in here better than I had given it any credit for. Alright, there you go. That is how it is supposed to be. Right, now, this, like this, bottom first, and fold it up to the top. Front edge of the saucer. Almost done. Obviously, there's more to this. All right, bag 25. We have Deanna. Counselor Deanna Troy was often seen using her data pad, a personal access display device, a handheld computer interface that seems similar to our computer tablets now. The Star Trek franchise predicted several of our modern technologies in use today. I wonder. Dr. or Deanna Troy, often seen being absolutely useless because they were unaware of how to cast her as a character. Unfortunate. Wow, let's let's put her in a totally non-Starfleet uniform, huh? Oh, she also does not get a double head print. I wonder why, because like her hair is big enough to cover both sides. Deanna is. Oh no, she got. How did I miss that? That was like magic. Deanna is either really happy or just normal. I'm going to put her as normal because that's the closest to the emotion that she typically feels during the show, which is sadness. After having her mind entered numerous times against her will. All right, there we go. Oh, I bring her to the camera, did I? Yeah, there's Deanna with her pad, which is surprisingly well detailed, if you ask me. Oh. Yeah, it's like I kind of feel for the Certus lady because she didn't really get to have her character wasn't really able to grow until like much later on in the series. And by that time, basically everyone just sort of saw her as kind of a joke. I mean, I feel like they just didn't do very well with women. Because then you've got like Beverly Crusher, who could have been like an emotional, romantic subplot for Captain Picard in like a much bigger sense. But no, you have episodes like the Ghost Lantern. Oh god. It is just unfortunate. Did I miss that? All right, this one is located here. Bottom side, then top side. On a tick. Well, I have two of these. Or did I make two of them by accident? I made two of them by accident. Oh, God. Well, I had enough pieces for it. I just probably built it backwards compared to what it needs to be. I swear to God, how did I do that? I know. I thought that I turned the page. All right. Again. Starting with the... This does not fit. Why does this not fit? Would that be possibly because I built it incorrectly? Okay, what the hell? So I made her. And I made this thing. Okay? And then I made this thing. Which, in this direction, attaches like this. And then goes on here. Okay. That is a known factor. Now, I have this thing, which is made correctly. Oh, okay. So this was built incorrectly. Okay. So it looks like this. And that goes on here. And it should be smaller. Yeah. All right. All right. Now, what do I do about this? I'm assuming that I'm going to use it. I've built it. It is built in this way. Okay. Yeah, that was really weird. Makes me feel like I flipped the page like forwards and then backwards somehow. Okay, we are moving back over to this side. I'll show what the underside looks like here in just a little bit. Which looks kind of cool. Very cool. look, listen. Yeah. And then again, starting with the under and clipping on the top. Okay, now we're moving on to bags 26. So I'll show you. So this is what the top side looks like. As you flip it, it's kind of like building like the first half of this, and so we're gonna have to add on this other ridge, which I think is how we're eventually gonna finish off like the full edge of the saucer. Yeah. That is good. Okay. It is 4 bags to go, including this bag. Not that building it correctly is going to help me find the piece that I'm looking for. There we go. Okay. It's like it feels like there's getting to be less and less like viable places to hold it from. I'm assuming that we're doing the same thing on this side now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still have 2 more minifigs too. We don't have Worf, and we don't have. Jordy, Will. Oh, Guinan. Worf and Guinan. Like, what character am I missing here? I was actually watching Star Trek Generations the other day, and it's kind of interesting how they actually like give her like a full-on backstory basically in that movie, which I'm kind of a fan of. All right, wait, right, okay, and yes. Okay, what is going on with my fucking phone? What the hell? And it was nothing. Just wind blowing weeds in my backyard. Fuck. Okay, I think I'm safe. Oh, saved my life. Okay, first half. Not a fan of how this one specifically is being, or not this one, but the other bottom type. I'm just saying that because it feels very weak. All right, there we go. Alright, almost have a full top saucer. Three bags remain. Well, including this. I'd say this is the most tedious part of the build so far that I would say is like the least interesting. But it works. Huh. This one is built different. I think that's because this is including the impulse engines, maybe? Or we're getting ready to add the impulse engines, that's for sure. Huh. 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 Okay, this plus this. Okay, I kind of understand. Yeah, because underneath here, it can't exactly mirror it the same way anymore. Yeah, well, this just goes here. Right, 2 more pieces. Also, I just realized that the step count just like rocketed apparently up to 331. Yeah, I was not wrong. This stuff is definitely what causes the step count to increase for sure. All right. My desk too far away. I can't read how long I've been going for. Hey. There we go. Dude, that looks sick. It's not even like the full saucer yet, but that is absolutely fucking massive. Take a look on the underside here. Yeah, leaves this part basically blank. And now we've got to fill in all this stuff. All right, next bag. Two bags remain. And yes, I was miscounting. Because I forgot how many numbers come between 27 and 30. All right. Well, we are definitely building on the bottom. We're taking one of these, placing it there. So I wonder if it's going to be easier to take this off entirely. Let's see. Oh, wait, before we do that. What? No blurb about Worf? Worf just gets nothing? Oh, that's a slap in the face. He even comes with like a freaking like phaser too, which is awesome. And he's got a unique print to his torso because of his bandolier. He's got stern face and angry face. He gets angry face because no one listens to his ideas. And then he gets his cool little headpiece that gives him like a thick brow and his head ridges. Okay, I actually really like this piece. Commander Worf is probably like one of my favorite Lego minifigs so far out of the bunch of them. That brow's so thick. Alright, and he goes over here next to Geordi and Deanna. Where's the cat? He gets nothing.
Sir, I've been hit on the back by a blue barrel and modern surgery can fix my spine, but I need you to kill me.
Hilarious. Klingon honor and bullshit.
But you're my pride.
And then when he gets the son that he never wanted. Because they need to have more children on the show. Classic. In all honesty, I actually really like Worf. In TNG, he makes for very good comedy relief. But he does become a pretty pivotal character, I think, in like Deep Space Nine and like some of the other stuff. But Worf is pretty cool. I like him, and honestly, the guy that plays him, that Michael Dorn guy, I think he does a great job. I love seeing bloopers of Worf. You know what? I am. I'm turning it upside down. I think I'll make it easier for myself overall. And now that I've started doing this, I fully understand how they are completing the saucer, and I think it works. I also love the fact that Michael Dorn does appear in Star Trek, like movie like 5 or 6, or something like that. The one with like the Klingon murder, and he's like basically like playing like his dad, I think. Which I think that's actually like pretty legit. Oh, yeah, I was kind of wondering what this was, and yeah, it is the Impulse. I picked such a good orange color for this. Okay. This one goes under here. Huh. Does that feel too sunken in there? No, I guess that's right, yeah. Okay. Where was this piece supposed to be? Just a minute. This just creates another problem. uh... Where's this piece from? Oh. This is from the Falcon. Oh, actually perform? Okay. Well, it can go there. Okay. Now the question is, where does this piece go? Something's missing here. That piece is far too large to not belong anywhere. Do I just legitimately have a spare? That is what it appears to be. Alright. I'll let it slide. You know, sometimes it's really weird when like certain pieces do show up as a spare, because it seems like this piece is way too big to be a spare anything. But yeah, I don't know. I think either I missed a piece somewhere, or it just is legitimately a spare. But looking at everything, it feels like I got everything ready correctly. Okay, and again, let's just go right under here for the other impulse engine. It says, a new LEGO color, reddish orange, is used here to imitate the glow of the impulse drive. I love it. They need to use this color more. It is a great color. It does kind of look like one of those colors that seems like it has like a glow or light to it without actually being physically lit. I appreciate that. It's like those guys that paint Warhammer figures and are able to like make it look like lasers are being shot and shit. But it's all just like static models without any actual LEDs or lighting. I think that is an amazing skill, and I love it. Oh, this is the times two. It's been forever, and I didn't expect it. Probably because these pieces are specifically mirrored. That's probably easier stepwise to understand what's going on. Oh, almost. Now same. Okay, so these are going down here. And over here. Okay, and I'm assuming that this is going to be times two as well. It is. It's just being built in the opposite direction. Okay. And yeah, just like the other one. Takes the opposite side. And we use these to lock it all together. There we go. Basically the full underside now. Right, now I don't feel so bad about putting this back on. Because the next step should just be about finishing off the actual outer edge. Oh, big. Big. Holy shit, yeah. Last bag. I wish I had a graphic that I could push it. It's like, final bag. Alright. We get... Oh, her hat and hair. Yeah, that makes sense. We get Guinan, the bartender. Whoopi Goldberg, who has a happy and a neutral face. So we're going to make her happy. I like Guinan. I like Whoopi Goldberg. I thought it was super cool that she wanted so badly to be on the show, and so they created a whole thing for her. And she wanted to be there because of I'm really bad with names, but it is whoever plays Uhura in the original series, of course. So because of that character, Nichelle, right? But like I said, I'm really bad with names. But here we go. We have Guinan. She's got a green drink with her that I think that Data probably hates. I hate this. It's revolting. Another? Yes. Alright, there you go. The full cast. Well, not the full cast, but the full cast that came with this set. It would be against my design or my it would be against my principles to say this, but it almost makes me wish that they had a place for Ensign Rowe, who came with the shuttle, but that would be a pretty shitty way to have that as a bonus set. Alright, so it says that Guinan, the ship's enigmatic bartender, is always ready to lend an ear, share nuggets of wisdom, and serve a little something green to thirsty off-duty crew members. Guinan's hat and hair element is also brand new to the set. Yeah. And then the foremost windows indicate the location of 10 Forward, the ship's bar and recreational meeting place. Romulan Ale. Okay, this. Yeah, I mean that works. This will definitely round out the set. Yeah. Am I using the wrong ones? I am using the wrong ones. Yeah. Essentially, are we greebling on the Aztecing, basically? Is that what we're doing? Aztecing being the way that they, or what they call the panel lines, basically, on the ship, and how they create them. Which on like painted models can be a real trip to get perfect. I'm always amazed at when people do them like actually by like hand painting, like layers and everything like that. Whereas like I've only ever done them with decals. However, one of the models that I do have in my lineup will be finished with painted on Aztecs. Whole kit for it and everything. Just hope I can do it justice. Alright, that kind of locked the nacelle engines in place. Eight of these, okay. So overall, it feels like this took about, what, 6 to 8 hours to build? Is that right? Did I build this over 3 sessions or 4 sessions? I think it was 3 sessions. Okay, so 8 of these. And they finished going around the edge of the saucer. So it says on the original filming models used for season 1 and 2, most windows on the rim were dark because they were too difficult to light electronically. Yeah, LEDs were not small enough at that point in time. Then they switched to the real filming models, or not the real filming models, but the CG. This thing is fucking glorious. I love this Millennium Falcon, but that's in the table here. But part of me is like, I might get rid of it. I think I found a contender for who occupies my dining or my living room table. All right, that's not all though. Got a couple plugs here. Holy hell, that's awesome. Okay. So we're getting a couple of these little rods. So I can start building or adding in the phaser banks. Okay, and then the rest of it is done by this. Okay, if you remember, I was missing something for this spot right here. I never got anything that was specifically that same piece, so I'm just going to replace it with a couple greebles. Actually, do I have two of these? Yeah, because this way I can at least make it look like semi-unique. Okay. Then last thing we have is a little placard. Got right here. It says USS Enterprise, class Galaxy, Starfleet registration is NCC 1701D, launch date is stardate 40759.5, and it was constructed at the Utopia Planitia Fleet yards on Mars. Or orbiting Mars, I guess you would say. There you go. Fucking Enterprise D, yo. I love it. This set is amazing. Like no joke. I absolutely love it. It's out of the way. Yeah, so you have your full cast and crew. Got the actual ship. And this is not a small set. This is the best that I can put it in frame while it's on the stand. Yeah, That's take that with all the weight that's on here now, that holds in there pretty tight. And honestly, this isn't that heavy. I'm still like looking at the bottom side to make sure that I didn't miss something. Well, everything's here. I do appreciate the fact that they were able to get the sort of like flat that went to the dome on the bottom. That works perfectly. And back here, you've got the well, not the cells, but the impulse engines and your shuttle bay. Got your bridge up here. I mean, the shapes are there. Like this shape specifically, with like basically decks like 1 through 4. That's really cool. I like that. And I like how they have this for the phasers. I do kind of wish that they did another one down here because there is phaser banks down below. But yeah, they even have it here, so like it comes down and then goes in because there's actually like windows in those sections, so that is legitimate. I appreciate that. Yeah, just so many little touches to actually like help this be sort of like the right like shape. There you go. That's the full saucer actually like in camera. I compare this here. The saucer is basically it fits inside the circumference of the Falcon, but it is pretty close. It is pretty close. But we'll take another look at this just because. Yeah, so this is your engineering hull. And again, you got your 2 shuttle bays, and then your impulse engine on the lower deck, your 2 nacelles, you got your Cobra neck with everything, and then all those curves sort of building correctly, and then you got your sensor dish here in the front. Again, a little sad that they can't have like a little like copper thing in the middle here, but I mean, they did really good with what they have. I think that because I was sort of playing with it earlier. Anyway, I need to put this down, and I need to actually go because it is incredibly late. I will fix that here in just a second. But yeah, I love this set. This is great. It's fantastic. Yeah, very big saucer. I would most definitely accidentally lose a piece in rage quit. Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. I thankfully have like a lot of Lego in my house, so. Oh no. Ah. Oh, okay. Nope, 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 nope. I feel moisture. The wetness. I spilled my fucking drink. Whatever. Yeah. Thankfully, I have a lot of Lego in my house, so if I was to be like missing a piece somehow, I can probably replace it. So it's not the end of the world for me, but it can still happen. But yeah, it is a big saucer. And you said you have a jingle bell? Hey, where's the plug? It's the Jingle Bell 4. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Anyway, hopefully you're having a good night. I know that I haven't been on as much as I have been recently, but sadly I'm back at work, so my schedule is going to change because of that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I'm going to get out of here because I need to get myself some dinner before it gets too late. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping by. I will see you sometime soon with more Prime Video Games. See ya. One short of fixing that shuttle. Giddy up, jingle horse. Pick up your feet. Bye.